Hello and welcome to everyone. Today our guest is Italian MMA fighter Leonardo Damiani. Leonardo, thank you so much for accepting the invitation. Actually, I planned to call you after Cage Warriors show, but your coach was constantly speaking in Italian and I wasn't sure about your English. So just to know, not impersonal, but I wasn't sure. He was always saying in Italian.
Yes, I speak a little bit English, but you can understand me for me.
Yes, no problem to me.
Okay.
All right. When did you start training MMA?
When I started training at 18 years old in the little gym near my house, my ex-house, because now I live in Brescia, the big city of the north of Italy. Before I lived near with my family near to Lake of Garda. It's a big lake in the north of Italy.
Awesome. Brescia has a great football club too. At least they used to have.
Yeah, Brescia. Yeah. Yes, amazing, man.
Which was your first martial art? Was it jiu-jitsu? Was it boxing? Was it?
I start with grappling, man. It's yes, jiu-jitsu, but without without a kimono, and we do some movement and some position in this little gym with some guy, and then I start my career. Yeah.
Who are your coaches and sparring partners?
Yeah. Now I training in 3 different gym. The first one is Underdog. Is the first my gym first, and is in Castelmella, Brescia, near my house. The other one is in Verona, 80 kilometers from here, and I training in Esma Verona. And the last one is in Rome with Lorenzo Borgomeo. Lorenzo Borgomeo is my head coach, and the other my coach is Andrea Fontana in the Underdog, my second house.
Which is your favorite submission?
My favorite submission, I think, is the Kimura. But in every match, in some match that I did, I finished my opponent with the rear naked choke.
What is the secret behind your rear naked choke? You have a lot of victories via rear naked choke.
The rear naked choke is a little bit complicated to take the back of the opponent, and when I take it, I'm so focused to close my opponent. Only this is the secret. Go ahead.
Okay, no problems. Okay. Which is your favorite throw? I can always repeat questions, so no worries.
Yeah. Okay.
Favorite throw?
Throw. Okay. I think in the near the center of the cage, without wall and with a good space. I think the best one for me is the double leg. And when I close to the cage, I always did, and I try to Uchimata. Is a judo technique,
Oh, I know. I have some background in judo, and Uchimata is too hard. Honestly, too hard technique, because if he moves the leg, you are going to miss, and he's gonna take your back.
Yes, he's gonna take the back. Yes.
And then he can drag you to the ground very much easily.
Yes. It's for this that the movement you have to do so fast.
I know, especially in MMA, because you have no gi, you have no kimono.
Yeah. And you are wet. After 3 minutes of punch in the face, you are so wet.
Do you have a favorite trip, like Ashibarai or something? Trips?
Yes. I have the preferred trip like freestyle combat, is like inside the leg trip. I like so much when I'm in clinch with my opponent, and I try to do some dirty box. The inside leg trip is my favorite trip.
Yeah, I've seen it many times in Muay Thai bouts. I pretty much watch Muay Thai on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite strike?
My favorite strike is 100% my overhand.
I've seen it a lot in the match against Aaron Khalid. You were fishing for that overhand all day long.
Yeah.
What can you say about your amateur debut? How did you feel heading into the amateur debut? How did the fight end?
Okay, for the first experience in the cage was a little bit stressed, and with fear, because before entering the cage, you don't know what happened inside, And for this, I'm a little bit stressed. But when I went to the cage and the door closed, I know what I have to do, and I do it.
Who was your toughest amateur opponent? The hardest amateur opponent?
Okay, I think was this half German and half Turkish. The name is Kardar Sengul, I think, and was a southpaw guard, and so danger with the left hand, but he's a tough guy. Yeah, I think Kardar Sengul was.
How did your first professional fight go?
Like a reaction or sensation, this. The first was terrible because 1 week before I felt weak. I'm healed and I recovered the week for the fight, but I felt weak as well. And for this, the match gone wrong, and I lost for rear naked choke at the second round, I think. Not fear. I'm a little bit more confident that the first fight in the amateur debut, but was this problem with my health.
How did you defeat Eduardo Girelli?
Eduardo Girelli now is a friend that I messaged to this guy, and he's from Milan. And in the last fight, when I close Eduardo in rear naked choke, I closed the match in 2 minutes, like in 2 minutes. We start the first part with a good striker because Eduardo is a so strong guy in the striking part. And when I go to the ground, I take the back of the Eduardo and I close the rear naked choke.
Excellent. How did you finish Domenico Facinelli?
Facchineri is another Italian guy that I finished with TKO in Livorno, in a big event in Livorno, and yes, I finished by TKO. Strong match. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Venator FC, and according to you, which is the best Italian promotion for MMA?
I think the important promotion in Italy are two, and the first is Venator, and the second is ECF, and it's a little bit difficult entry because for me you have to fight good for entering this promotion, and this is what happened. But I think there are two promotions important, Venator and ECF in Italy.
What can you say about the fight against John Mcguire?
I accepted the fight in 10 days, and I lost 30 kilo in 10 days. Yes, because I'm 90, and I do the match in the welterweight because I'm a welterweight, and I went in the cage a little bit without energy, and John Mcguire, yes, low cardio, and John Mcguire was ready because he trained with a good athlete in the Las Vegas, I think, for 1 month, and I accepted the match in 10 days, I try, but the match was a terrible situation. I tried to take Akimura, and then when I tried to escape from Kimura, he take my neck.
Which is your normal weight, like walking weight? You said you weigh 90 kilos, right?
Yeah, 90 kilos when I eat, Italian pasta for a long time and the Italian plate, but I'm walk around 85, 84 and less, sometimes less, 85, 83.5.
Are you pleased with your performance against Lambekov? It ended in a draw.
Yeah, I think the was one of the tough fight in my career, because I fight in my home, because I fight in my ex country, my ex city is Manerba del Garda, and I take this straight right hand in the eyes, and he closed my eyes for 3 rounds, but he's a really, really, really good guys and solid guys in the striking part. But in the ground, I think I win the other 2 rounds. It's a draw, but for me, it's not a draw.
I understand. How did you choke out Abdul, Sami, Wali, Faizi?
Yes, was a strange position, because Sami is a Turk guy, and then 3 KO, because the first one with the left hand, the second one with my overhand, and the third with my knee. He stand up again, and I try to punch in the head, but I feel a little bit more strong, and I try to take the neck in the side position, and I can't put my hook with leg, and I take a rear naked choke inside with my elbow in the cage, and I do the submission.
Excellent. Against Aaron Khalid, you put on a show. It was a great fight.
Yeah.
Did you train extensively for that fight? And what was the game plan?
Okay. With Abdul Sami Faizi, I fought in the 7 November. And then with Aaron, I accepted the match in 9 days. For this, I have to take a risk. I don't know what happened in the cage with this guy. I know that the Aaron was amazing in the ground, and is a good grappler too. And I try to training for some movement that I see in video, in YouTube. But the match in 9 days not easy. And after Abdul, I take only one day for eat dirty, and then I restart training for in the forest, because here in the Italy the gym are closed, and I went to the forest and run every day, and I'm ready. I say to my management, I'm ready for any fight, and Aaron Khalid happened, and I win.
That is awesome. Really great story.
The game plan was easy. I tried to switch off Aaron and don't stay in the ground, because I don't want to take a risk for this strong grappler.
So basically, you are trying to say that you were trying to keep the fight standing, right?
Yes.
You kept it standing for 2 rounds. He dropped you in 1 round. Don't remember which one. I scored
Yeah.
29-28 for you. But in
Yeah.
1 round, he dropped you. Don't remember which one.
For me, it's not a split decision, but there is a free referee, and I trust in this person. The first round, I totally finished 29, okay, and the second one he finished up me in a full mount and try to take some punch, but I changed position and the round finished. The third finished with Aaron Khalid in the ground, and I'm in up, and I think I win 2 rounds on 3.
What are your plans for the future?
Yeah, for the future, every fighter I think have a dream to go to USC, and this is my plan. I'm here for this. I train every day, and I want to go to the USC to show the world who I am.
How does one day in your life look like?
Okay, speaking about Monday, maybe. Okay, I start the morning at 8 o'clock. I do my normally breakfast, and I start at 10 o'clock for the first training. Sometimes, power with weightlifting. Sometimes is a technique with my coach of striking, with pad and something like that. And in the middle of afternoon, normally after the first training, I go to lunch, and after lunch, in the middle of afternoon, I have the second training with the BJJ and striking too. Sometimes technique, sometimes little drills with the other guy that fight in my gym.
Would you like to add something or greet someone? Would you like to send a message to someone?
Yeah, I want to say thank you to you for this interview. I want to say thank you to all my fans and to all my people that follow me in Instagram and in every social. And that's it. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. I'll put video to creation. I will send you in like 3-4 hours. You'll get the video. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, man.
All right.
Nice
Goodbye.
to meet you. Goodbye.